Hi, everybody. Paul Managrasso over at CFOattorney.com, and welcome to Trial Tuesday. And as many of you know, it's been a minute. We have been just so busy. Life happened. And one of those things was a trial that concluded last month. And for me, it's a very strange trial in terms of my practice. A couple of years ago, I had a young lady come to me with a story where she had been abused by a priest. And of course, I did the research. This is not my normal area of practice. And we discussed statutes of limitations, things of that nature. Anyway, long story short, I put my client in my car and we drove down to Waco, Texas to the Waco Police Department. And when we went in there, we met a detective named Bradley DeLange, who listened to us. 2 years later, that case went to a jury trial. Now, you'll recall I mentioned statutes of limitations. In a case of sexual assault, if you can find a number of victims, the statute no longer applies. And that was the case here. One important caveat also is you would ask me, okay, well, how could this be a sexual assault? And without getting into the deep depth facts of the case, the bottom line is that a pastor or somebody who has a pastoral relationship, indeed a spiritual advising relationship with an individual, cannot get consent for any type of sexual activity. So, I mean, it's the same standard we hold for a mental health professional, and for the same reason. You're going to this person with your deepest, darkest secrets. A bad actor can then take this and use it against you. Now, I am pleased to say that with the jury of his peers, Father Anthony Odiong has received a life sentence. We're waiting to see, of course, what the appellate courts do. The Austin Diocese, who is responsible for this, stated that they have reached out to the victims. And I'm here to tell you that's not true. That is categorically false. Indeed, the statement that the bishop issued the day after was so, let me be polite, factually inaccurate as to defy any of the views that I've had about things for a very long time. So, needless to say, I welcome the diocese. I welcome the Vicar General to contact me at our law office, and let's discuss. And let's talk about this. Because here's the problem, folks, and I don't usually spend this much time on a trial matter. There's no crime in the Texas Penal Code that covers this. I call it soul murder. You see, this woman had a bunch of children. Those children don't go to church. Their children, in a couple of cases, have not even been baptized. So if you are a believer in a higher power, and you have an individual who literally turns the children away from God, I can't even think of a punishment that's legitimate for that. I mean, of course, with the understanding being that at some point he'll get a scorching, as we might say. But here within our justice system, I am very, very pleased, and I want to give a shout out, of course, to the people who stood by this. Mr. Ramon Vargas, reporter with the Guardian newspaper. Mr. Ryan Calvert, first assistant at the Waco District Attorney's Office. Any of the host of people who assisted with this. Like I said, it's ordinarily kind of the other side of what I do. My specialty, as many of you may know, is I come from the audit side, the financial side, and you know, frankly, I'm usually defending people against the Internal Revenue Service or some state entity. It's very rare that I get to switch hats and go down there and actually file a police report. So this is suitable for a TV-made movie. I have the greatest desire that my part will be played by either Tom Selleck, Sam Elliott, or perhaps Harrison Ford. As always, we'll see you later, and thanks a bunch, and we'll try to be a little bit more frequent with the videos. Take good care.